This is a Tuesday.
It's a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday. I got clients the next day.
I gotta work in the morning.
Man, I can't be faded, dog. I'm feeling good, bro. Like, man, this is working out. Nigga, at some point, I said I should sit down. I sit down, bro.
It hit you.
I'm watching SZA and all her snooze glory.
Yeah.
And she turned into two people. And I said, yo, and I'm trying to get my eyes. You know, you trying to get your eyes wide to see straight.
I have not been that faded in a very long time.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I was so lost in the moment, I forgot I pregame. So I'm drinking like I never pregame. And I'm drinking it like this is the only drink I can have. I'm not saying, oh, let me get a water right now. At one point, I had the presence of mind to tell a lady, hey, start cutting my drinks with water. I could tell she put a ginger ale in one of them.
Yeah.
But, yeah, dog, she turned into two people, bro. I'm trying to, like, dilate my own pupils to, like, be able to see again. And then I start breathing hard, like,
It sounds like an edible, bro. What?
No, it sounds like alcohol poisoning, dog. And so I start breathing hard, bro. You know that old nigga thing you do when you too drunk? When you start going, you sitting down and you go, And I'm trying to, like, now I'm fighting for survival, dog. It's a fight.
Yep. Okay. I got you. I'll send it your way. Okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna send you some songs for the mall as well, and I'm gonna holler at Kim too. My brother.
Yeah.
What's happening, dog?
What's up, man? You alright?
Man, getting in. You feel me?
Yeah.
How's your day been?
It's a good day, bro. It's been a good week. I've been on it. We gotta finally get you on here. I was all set yesterday, dog. I'm like, we keep coming, man. We gonna shoot us something.
Word, yes. Yes, sir. I love it. What's going on? I love that you back in your bag, though.
Yeah, back shooting with the show. Back posting.
Posting the good content, you know.
All that, for me, honestly, all that starts with going to sleep at night.
Man.
And having that pact with myself. And in the morning, 5 a.m., I gotta be up.
Yeah.
I gotta be up. Because when you tell yourself time and time again, like, you know, I don't have time, whatever. It's like, at some point, man, we gotta figure out, okay, how are you gonna make the time then? Because it can't just always be your 24 hours ain't enough, but somebody else's is.
Man,
regardless of what we have to do.
That is a word.
You know?
It's a book my boss put me on called Doing Hard Things. I've been listening to it on YouTube, and it's like, man, do the hardest thing you can do in the morning. And commit to doing that in the morning, so by the time you finish that, it's a wrap. Everything else is easy.
I think subconsciously with that'll take the pressure off you too. Because you're like, okay, if all I gotta do now is go to work.
Yeah.
Or do my, my more.
But if you push your body, got your blood flowing, you know.
Oh yeah.
You're firing.
Yep. So for me, I've been waking up like 5. Feet on the floor, stand up. Text my accountability partner, which is Lee. I text her and let her know, hey, I'm up, my feet on the ground. I'm grateful for XYZ. To this morning, I'm going XYZ. And then from there, I go get my workout in. I may handle some content stuff. I'll pack orders to put in the mail.
Yeah.
By the time I do that, I was so cold with it. I think the other morning I made breakfast before I left. And then shot out. I ain't eat, but you know what I'm saying? Make sure the fan was good.
And you're winning the day, so it just feels good.
You're feeling good, and you're not stressed. You know, I mixed product one of those mornings because I was missing sales because I had ran out of hydrating mix.
Word.
So like, man, let me mix this thing back. You know, get some more right quick and mix that up. But I've been on it, bro. But it made me think of you. That's why I was like, man, I got to get one with Keith.
Man.
Because, you know, we talk about it, but we ain't never, like, laid it down for like that.
Yep.
But you, one of the people who, in my opinion, got one of the best motors when you talk about entrepreneurs, event curators. And here in the city, it's a lot of people who know how to go, don't get me wrong. But you got a hell of a motor.
Yeah.
And you go. But you also balance that with the same things I feel like I balance with. Like, I have a job that I do through the week. I'm putting in an honest 45, maybe 50 hours. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Behind the chair, you got your job, you know, where you got people answering you and people you have to answer to. Plus, then we have wife, kids, and then take care of yourself, get your work. So I guess what I'm asking you is like, what's the daily mindset that gets you to going?
Yep.
And have you always had it, or did you learn it?
Man, I think it's my dad. My dad kind of really, just from watching him, ingrained in me just to be a hustler, right? So,
what do you do?
Man, so born and raised in Louisiana, right? Came down here and worked in the refineries over in Pasadena. I'm from the east side, so right there off the ship channel. But on top of that, I had his trucking business. I had 3 to 4 drivers when he wasn't working shift work or the rotating work on the road, you know, heavily involved in the church. So I'm like, man, how is this dude doing it all the time, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's a consistent balancing act.
Yeah.
So that's what I knew. Yeah. So that's who I am, you know. I think the hardest part though is that we always go in and it's always full 100 miles per hour what we're going towards. My thing is, how do I be consistent in all areas, right? And I think that the biggest opportunity for me, if I'm gonna continue to grow, is just having more structure, you know, in every capacity. So I've maxed out the freestyle or just getting it. Now it needs to be some strategy, structure, and because of that, I think I've allowed people to catch up to the things that I'm doing, you know, because I haven't had the consistent structure that I want, you know?
Yeah, I was looking at something it was saying, it hit me good. It was talking about romanticizing consistency over intensity.
Yeah.
You know, going hard, I'm going hard. Like, going hard is cool, but you know, like, I know, like, you can do it.
Yep.
And it's heroic.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody may applaud you for it, but then you got to crash.
Yep. And that's what I was thinking, like, man, okay, this is great. We got it. We're going, because that's where I am with it, things that I'm doing. I hit it. I give you a solid week where my focus is, I got 90s R&B. Oh, we got B-sides. Oh, I got music. Oh, I'm the head coach. All these things, right?
Yeah.
But if I'm halfway doing all of them, or if I'm fully doing one,
right,
my cup is empty on the other side.
Right.
You know. So, a couple things for me in this new space, man, I actually learned how to say no. You know, I want to be at everything. I'm a social recluse, first of all, right? So if I'm not working in a social setting, I'd rather be at the crib chilling, you know. But learning how to say no. I can't do everything, you know, even if I want to. I don't think that if I can't give it my best, or I can't give it all, if I can't motivate myself to be fully immersed in it, I can't do it.
Yeah. You with your pops, when you say, I watched my pops, he did trucking, he did the port, he did the church. Obviously, he there with y'all, family stuff, right?
Yep.
Is there anything you missed in that? Not like saying, oh, you missed time with him, but it's like, you know how we, like you say, like I just said, we romanticize.
Yep.
Man, he was getting to it. He's doing boo, 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 boo. As you were now in his shoes, do you recognize like, oh, damn, I don't know if he was happy like that, or I don't know if he was healthy like that?
Oh, man, 100%. I'll tell you this. It was times, because my pops is like, I'm the carbon copy of my dad, I think, you know? So it was parts when I was growing up, I'm like, man, why this nigga ain't here? Like, what is he doing? Now I understand he was out getting to it in every way, shape, form, or fashion, and it was a sacrifice. The things that I never even understood or knew about, or never came my way, because he was out there getting it. But that came at a cost too, you know? Yeah. So the cost of it couldn't be at every game, you know? Or couldn't be at all whatever I was doing, right?
Yep.
He was presently always there, but when he was at the J, he couldn't be there, you know? But that sacrifice, I'm able to see it 100% now, because I'm doing it, you know?
Yeah. I look at that with my dad. Dads don't get, you can't win as a dad, honestly. You can win because you successfully support your family, but either your kid says, man, we had everything, but you wasn't there.
Exactly.
Or it was like, man, he loved us. He was always there, but we struggled.
We struggled, yep.
And so it's like, it's such a balance, dog.
And so sometimes they, no matter what it is.
Lose.
You feel me? They will only see it from that side, especially as a kid, you know?
What wasn't there, what you didn't get. And I think that's the kind of pressure I think about at times where I'm trying to get to it. I'm trying to make sure the shop pays bills. The company is my, product, the retail, that's my out. That's like my escape plan, you know what I'm saying? Retirement. And then from there, you're trying to do everything. And then the YouTube thing. Just, okay, let's take a crack at this. Let's be intentional about it week to week and get where it can go. But beyond that, like I was saying, you still gotta be a dad, you still gotta be a husband, you still gotta take care of yourself. And And I had a moment last week where my wife was like, really just attitude wise, I'm like, damn, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do you even like me? You know, you get the feeling that way.
Yeah. Or do you even understand what's happening on the inside?
Right. The vibe suggests neither.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so we on the balcony, we talking, and I'm like, what's up with you? And she said, I'm lonely. I said, for me? She said, yeah, I miss you. I wanna spend time. And me, in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, we ain't like just been on dates, have been big. You know, I'm like, you ain't been here alone without, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like what you mean?
Like we just watched 6 episodes of Ready to Love, talk about that and whatever, you know. And but she said that, and I ain't make it about me. I just told her, okay, I hear that, you know. And I got the answers when I was like, what do you need from me? So I just want some time with you. It could be me, you, and Ace, or just me and you. I just want more like concerted time with you. And I'm like, all right, bet. But in my mind, it's like my mind's always racing on what needs to be done to kind of keep this thing going and keep things paid, keep, you know, stuff took care of. And so it's hard to be all those things at one time. You got to be nurturing to your family, provider out in the world.
It's a balance, bro. Because sometimes even when you get hit with that, you have to know, not today. I gotta go outside and go get it, because and that, as a husband, as a man, you gotta know sometimes, even with all the noise, this is where I gotta be at right now. You know, and knowing on the contrary, man, I gotta go sit down for my family.
When to tell the world no.
You know, but being able to tell your family, like, look, I gotta go outside. I have to go get it, or we don't need that right now, or you don't even understand it. So have a seat, bro. I got it. You know. And no one will come with that too.
As a man, you learn. Some people have it naturally. I could tend to be a little people pleasing. You know, and so I'm gonna want you to feel okay. I'm gonna want you to be happy with what I'm doing. But then you learn, like, if I keep busting moves based on your emotion, your feelings, your happiness, we're not gonna have. Like we gonna be doing bad.
We gonna be broke.
And first, now we arguing about something else. You know, now we got hella time. We kicking it. We hungry. We on edge. You know what I'm saying? Notices on the door, so I can't let it be that either. But
you told me not to work today, so I'm here.
I close the schedule for you. And so if you leave it to them, sometimes it's like, I just want you here. I just want to spend it. It's like, all right, tell when. Tell when. What circumstance will make you look in and say, you need to get to it, man. What you doing?
Because I think kids, sometimes the other side, our partners, can only appreciate what they don't know, or appreciate the other side what they don't have sometimes, you know. So it's for us to make sure we have that vision, bro, and see it through.
As a man, you don't get to say it either,
man. If you say it, who would it come with?
Now you a BAN. I don't need you throwing that up in my face. You can't say what you do, but then it's like I need the validation too. I need the appreciation. I need to know, like, this is seen and appreciated. But you can't say, man, how hard you work to do this or that. Or if it wasn't for me, where would you be? And vice versa. There's some ways, maybe not purely financially, but if it wasn't for them, where would you be? You know?
I think the biggest answer to that sometimes is not, or the way to communicate it, is just be there, bro. Being present as opposed to just being physically there is completely two different things, you know?
When you crank your motor up, because that's when I saw my wife energy shift. Once my energy shifted.
Oh, for sure.
To like, hey, I was kind of in a slump, it's kind of down. Now I'm feeling creative again. I have my creative thoughts, and now I'm getting up. I'm getting up. I'm finna do this, do that, do it. Boo, 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 boo. And I seen her energy shift. Like, of course, I know she happy for me, but at the same time, I saw it in the back. I saw her eyes rolling. You know what I'm saying? The wheels turning in the back behind her eyes. Like, well, where I'm gonna fit in?
You a battery.
Yeah, where I'm gonna fit into this. And so that's why
I think knowing your partner too, to cut you off. Once you know your partner and you know what makes them go, you know how to activate them, right? And so sometimes negative reinforcement or telling them to do something or try to motivate them, that's not the way. Sometimes you gotta be the example.
Mirror. Mirror and model, not mirror. She seen me finna go and she felt the way, but to our earlier point, systems. So now how I'm looking at it, what helped me best is when I go to sleep at night and wake up. I go to sleep at a decent time, wake up at about 5. I don't gotta be in here till 10. So between like 5 and 9, I could really, between 5 and 8, I could really get to it. 8 to 9, I need to take my shower, get myself together, cool down. But between 5 and 8, I can get my workout in, whatever I need to eat if I'm gonna eat. And if I can need to handle admin or orders, I can do that.
You make time to plan for the noise or to plan for interrupters to happen?
It does happen because my son is like a touchy sleeper. And so if he's laying with me and I wake up, he's getting up. He might burn into some of my time trying to get, trying to get me to like be back with him. But so that's a little,
Yeah, one big takeaway that I'm getting and I try to live by now, like less is more. So sometimes it's not about being fully booked or putting the time on your calendar to plan. Okay, I know somebody's gonna come in here and be late, or somebody's gonna come in and take me away from what I'm doing. Let me plan for that right now. Put it on my books, put it on my schedule, so I know I have enough time to complete the task.
Yeah. So when I see a gap, I'll close it at a certain point, depending on, like, especially if it's like between 1 and 3. Well, ain't nobody for the mess. Ain't nobody making those right there. So I'll close it. Or like the Tuesday that fall after payday, I keep that on.
Word, because
Yeah, the Tuesday. So 1st and 15th Tuesday, I always keep them Wednesdays open. But a Tuesday in between there, I guess that's gonna be like a 8th and goddamn 22nd. I'll close those sometimes, strictly to be able to go just handle admin.
Word.
And do things like that, because I know it's like, okay, them days ain't gonna pack out, especially looking at like where the economy is now. Most people don't even want their hair cut on a Tuesday anyway. They want it closer to the end of the week. But also I'm seeing cats who was getting a cut every week now are getting
edge
cut
up.
like they going edge up, or they going, cut it low, roll, make that last a few weeks.
You want me to take money out of my pocket? What, bro?
I'm saying I can't say nothing because it's like, man, I'm just glad you're here.
Yeah.
Glad you're here. I could, I don't know what I could do to make, but the other is like just fill the books out.
Yep.
But yeah, keep out. I've admired you for, I'll tell you that all the time. Though, you be going, and
I don't feel like I'm doing enough though.
Despite the mood, I feel like you still be going.
Yeah, and I appreciate it, bro. I feel like I could be doing more. Right now, I think is my biggest opportunity where I haven't sold into this year has been my music, bro.
Been the music,
man, dog. And all these systems that I put in place, from 90s, from B-sides to all the things that I'm doing, right? The foundation of it has been the music, and they've been the systems to help me push my music at a better level, and I just haven't put the focus back in it,
Yeah.
That's an opportunity for me.
Do you love it though? Like, do you love the music, or is it like I'm able to do it?
I love it, but I'm learning I love it in a different way, completely different capacity, than what it was a year, even 5 years ago, right? I do not want to be on the road like that, I want to be able to make my music, make it about the things that are near and dear to me, and I want to share it to the world. So I think I'm in a space to where I'm not depending on my music to fund my happiness or to fund my dreams, but music makes me happy. And being able to be around it and do it in the capacity that I'm doing it in is my give back to the culture.
Is being in the music space via event curating rather than via the studio, is that more satisfying for you at this point?
Nah, I think it was necessary. 6 years ago when we started, 7 years ago, with 90s R&B, man, it was nothing like that in Houston, bro. It was a separation between church and state. You had the bottle popping club, and then you had the bars. You feel me? And there was no intermediary. So I wanted to make sure I created something that I feel like I can go to and we can create for me. Now, present day, man, you can find that any day of the week.
Yeah.
And I feel like Houston has grown so much. Houston is a new Atlanta. I'd say that.
Straight up.
People are here, and whatever you want, you can go out there and you're going to find it. So I think that times have changed. So for me, I don't know. As long as I'm able to do me in that kind of space, I think I'm good.
Yeah.
I just love being around music, R&B, and I like. It just makes me happy to see that and where we come from, you know.
I've gotten back into R&B, dog.
Yeah.
Man,
I think we're in an R&B renaissance.
I think we are, but I'll be on like Jaheim and shit. Like,
Word.
I'll be on like Jennings and I listen to Confessions on the other day.
If you think about it, we had a few golden ages past 90s R&B. 90s R&B is the golden age, right?
Okay.
Early 2000s with Ashanti, Trey Songz, Usher, man, all of that. Music Soul Child, Erykah Badu.
That was tough.
Jodeci, man, what? Like what? It just was the best time for post 90s R&B, and I feel like we haven't been there for a while, but now it's really special, dog.
Yeah, it seems like we've been teasing at it. Front runners being like your Kenyon Dixon, your Leon Thomas.
Yep. Coco.
Coco. I listened to that this morning, man. I'm liking where that was. I got about 5-6 tracks in.
Yeah.
Right here. I like that. Isaiah Falls. It's some folks, man.
Yeah.
That's like kind of getting that push.
But I feel like the space is opened back up to where it's really about the music too. So the musicality has picked back up, and they're making real songs. It's not these quick cookie cutter, you know what I'm saying, 2 minutes on in and out.
And that's what I want to say too. It seems like I'm hearing more songs that aren't quite trap soul.
Yes.
That kind of you know, trap soul. Every YouTube producer knows how to make this Kehlani type beat. I'm seeing more like Leon Thomas, that Mutt.
Yep.
That's very much so. I feel like Joe could have sang that in 2001.
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
You know,
I'm trying to tell you.
I feel like that was something they would have wrote for him, or maybe even music or something. You know.
But I mean, think about Frank Ocean. When Frank came out, bro, and he was really the production and the value of the songs was there, and it was deep and it was thoughtful. Then he went ghost. Yeah. And all we had to kind of lean on was a trap soul. And nothing's wrong with that. Like,
nothing wrong with it.
My top 5 right now, I would just say my top 1 is still Ty Dolla $ign, bro. Ty and what he's contributed to the game right now, bro. Man, it's beautiful. And he has a signature sound that can't be duplicated.
Yeah. No, Ty Dolla $ign is hard. I love what he do. As far as any producer. Any producer. I appreciate that aspect of it too. And I love Bryson Tiller.
Yeah, for sure.
I love Bryson, but there's a space where it's like you only need so many more of this artist. Like and you know, it's like I'm cool after that. You know, I love Currency, I love Larry June, I love Dom. But then it's like you get so many of them.
And when you think about like timeless music, those songs, do they stand a test? Or
not all of them.
You know?
Not all of them. Some do, right? But not all of them. But then there's other things that just stand out more. But you got to be willing to kind of. I even think about like with SZA. She's more pop though. She's more like as told by Ginger, white girl pop. But as told by a black girl.
Man, but she's transcended though.
That's hard. Hey, we went to the show.
I saw y'all.
Crazy,
man, bruh. I was mad I missed out.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Y'all tore it down though.
We had a good time, bro. I really, I lost my lunch in there.
Word.
Yeah, I went way too hard. Arian was like, hey, pregame before you get here, because I ain't going crazy on the drinks. You know, we got food and all that, but I ain't going crazy on the alcohol. I said, okay, man, get a little bourbon going. Yeah. I'm a grown man.
Yeah.
So I'm chill, and I'm saucy, but not saucy. Right? I walk in a venue, that's at the house. I'm sipping whatever. Quick Uber, we live by the thing, you know, so.
You ain't been drinking like that either, though.
I hadn't really been drinking like that, but that wouldn't matter no way. Where I took it, I was playing with fire, dog.
Word?
Yes, and so I pregame. I had a little small bottle of Bullet Bourbon. I probably put down like a third of that. Really? Nah, because I'm capping. I put down 2/3 of that. It was a little joint. But anyway, we get to the spot. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like, oh, that just got me a little,
Yeah.
Man, we get up in there, and the video I posted where we dancing and all that, that's before anything happened. That's DJ Mustard said.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I'm turned up, though. We just glad to be outside. Man, we having a good time for like at least an hour. Boom, I'm Crown Royal.
Oh my God.
On the rocks with like orange slice. Man, good time. I can't be faded.
And this is a Tuesday.
It's a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday. I got clients the next day.
I gotta work in the morning.
Man, I can't be faded, dog. I'm feeling good, bro. Like, man, this is working out with me, nigga. At some point, I said I should sit down. I sit down, bro.
It hit you.
I'm watching SZA in all her snooze glory.
Yeah.
And she turned into two people. And I said, yo, and I'm trying to get like my eyes. You know, you try to get your eyes wide to like see straight.
I have not been that faded in a very long time.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I was so lost in the moment, I forgot I pregame. So I'm drinking like I never pregame. And I'm drinking it like this is the only drink I can have. I'm not saying, oh, let me get a water right now. At one point, I had the presence of mind to tell a lady, hey, start cutting my drinks with water. I could tell she put a ginger ale in one of them.
Yeah.
But, yeah, dog, she turned into two people, bro. I'm trying to, like, dilate my own pupils to, like, be able to see again. And then I start breathing hard, like,
It sounds like an edible, bro. What?
No, it sounds like alcohol poisoning, dog. And so I start breathing hard, bro. You know that old nigga thing you do when you too drunk? When you start going, you sitting down and you go, And I'm trying to like, now I'm fighting for survival, dog. It's a fight. And I look, and Jamie's like, she rapping words to songs. That set list long. She rapping shit like B-side, like, you know that?
Yeah.
You know? She look over at me, and I'm like,
going through it.
And I say, honey, walk me to the bathroom. And we can't use the bathroom in the suite because I'm finna.
Better fuck it up. Yes.
Man, I get up, and I'm so nervous to get up. I was like, once I get up,
everybody will know I'm
drunk. Yeah.
Are you in the front row, bruh?
No, I'm in the back of the seats.
Okay.
And so I'm in the back, but there's a few people behind us.
And everybody in the suite.
Ari and all them there in front of us.
Okay.
And so, but I'm like in the back row of our suite seats.
Okay.
Man, I stand up to walk into the box, and and Jamie get me out the door, and my homie Jay texts me, "Are you all right? I ain't see that yet." And we get down the hall, man. And the same people who I seen when I walked in, and workers, I was making jokes and all that. It's like, yo, this nigga finna die. So, bruh, I'm so ashamed, but it's like, man, she get me in there, dog. I give it up. I give it up, bro. And as I'm like over the trash can,
hilarious.
I'm like, dog, I'm leaning on, I'm like, yo, in my head, I said, dog, I'm really getting it all in the trash can. Man, but you flashing out. You really?
Yeah.
When I finish up with that, I step back. It's all on the floor. It's all on the floor, dog. You can see everything. I had pizza. I had Taco Bell after work.
Oh, bro.
Everything.
That's what it was, too.
Yeah.
Oh,
it didn't soak nothing up. It just said, come on, we out.
We out of here.
All on the floor, man. My wife held it down beautifully. Wiped everything up. I'm barely, like, my awareness is as low as it could be. Which as a man, I'm ashamed of.
Yeah.
Because I'm with my lady. I'm supposed to be, you know, but that sweet make you feel protected.
Mm-hmm.
I look in the mirror, dog. That shit's in my beard.
Oh, my God.
Wash my face off, all that.
They go back to the suite?
Stumble back out. Back to the suite. She's saving face. She said, he's sick. He got a little sick. And they know, like, that nigga drunk. You know? And I'm like, hey, baby. When I get back in, clearly my physical state is known to the people I'm with, man. The bartender said, you want a liquid IV?
Oh my God.
She put it in the Dasani for me. I knocked that down.
Yeah.
Another one, knocked that down. I drink 4 waters in about 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I see my phone, Jay texts me, and I'm reading it. I hit him on trying to say, I'm back, baby. It was like I rose, dog. It was like I rose up, bro, like Undertaker, like the Dark Phoenix. It felt as though I'd never been drunk.
Word.
Nigga, I'm back, dog. I'm Luther. I'm A minor. I'm back all the way back. I was like, man, I never knew. You got to fight back. When that liquor on
I've never fought back, bro.
You got to fight back. You know when you in college throwing up, laying by a toilet, and then you just lay down?
Yep.
You got to get up and fight back.
You think those liquid IV really helped you, though?
Absolutely.
Word?
Absolutely. It helped me tremendously.
That is wild. And you saw it all the way through? Rest of the show?
I left out with a plate of brisket. A plate of brisket. Cooling, dog.
Bruh.
By the time we left, I wasn't the drunkest person.
Word.
Yeah.
Because you got it out, though. That's
I
why.
wasn't the second drunkest person. I got it out. I'm not drinking no more, though.
Man. So, Taco Bell. You said you had Wendy's?
No, this is Taco Bell on the way home real quick. Three Doritos Loco Taco and a grilled cheese steak burrito. Mm-hmm. It was cool.
Got your ass. Yeah, you thought it was cool.
Thought it was cool. Working on me the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Now we got you.
I don't even remember parts of that show, which is crazy because it was an amazing show.
It ain't had no openers either. It's just SZA and Kendrick, right?
And my camera roll, I'm taking beautiful photos and video, dog, up until 8:48. You don't see another one, then it's a blurry one. And then you don't see another one until 9:29. I said, that must have been my window. That must have been the window, dog.
Got your ass, bro.
The
That's terrible.
was awesome, though, man. I was
what you think it was? Was it too much? Cause you drinking bourbon?
It was too much dark liquor, dog.
Yeah.
Drinking bourbon, then I backdoored the bourbon with the Crown Royal, which is still whiskey, Canadian albeit.
Yeah.
Still whiskey. It got me though, bro.
Man, that's terrible. I'm sorry you had to go through that, bro.
Nah, I'm not. I needed that experience, man. I needed that experience. I kept telling Jamie, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, boo. Man, it's embarrassing. I ain't gonna put you through that. I'm sorry. I ain't drinking no more. I'm sorry. She said, honey, that was like 5 minutes. I said, oh.
That's it?
It felt like an hour. It felt like an hour, man.
Man, that is hilarious.
You could throw up on yourself. You could shit yourself. There's so much that could go wrong in that circumstance. Something pop off, you got to defend yourself.
But then you overthinking it too. Overanalyzing it, yep.
The worst thing about being that drunk is wondering if people can tell you that drunk.
Mm-hmm. And so you overcompensate and try to not be drunk.
That's why I don't like being high.
Yep. That's why I don't do the edibles, bro.
Man, spin you out.
Man, what?
I haven't had an edible experience, to be honest with you. I don't even think I'll mess with those.
Don't, bro. Don't do it.
Because nobody teaches anybody how to take edibles. They're like, oh, about 10 milligrams. It's like, nigga, this is
you microdose. This is a gummy bear.
It's a Captain Crunch bar. what's 10 milligrams worth? Yep. It gets you, but you just said it, you microdose. But then when you ain't feeling it enough, you eat another one.
Man, what?
Yep.
Then that micro becomes a macro real quick.
I seen Jamie eat an edible and say, once I ate it, after a little while, I got the munchies. So I ate the other two because they taste good.
No.
I thought she died, bro. This is when Ace was still in daycare. I got him to school, and then I got here. I'm checking on her. It's no movement in the house. I'm watching the cameras. There's no movement in the house, dog. And I think, and when I left, the way she was laying out was like on some like first 48. You know what I'm saying? If she was dead, now that's how I would have found her.
Yeah.
That's how she was laying out when I left. It was bad, bro. She was like that for a long time. I think I might even like pick Ace up, and it was still,
she's still out of there.
Down bad.
Nah, they can keep that.
Don't trust edibles.
Man, what? Cause who's doing that? Like, man, what? How are you fixing this?
I do want to do some hallucinogens, but I'm cool.
Some mushrooms.
Mushrooms, ayahuasca.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool though, bro.
No crown to do it to you.
Yeah. I'm cool. I don't want no actual drugs, actually. You be dead and enlightenment and find out you're not who you are.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? You do shrooms, a real dose of shrooms, and realize, hey, man, I don't need my family.
Yeah. Like, this not it.
This ain't the true me. I'm going, y'all, and it's all love. Namaste.
Y'all hold it down.
I'm going to do yoga, man.
And then 6 years later, you out there in Rice Village in front of Shake Shack. Man, what?
But limber. But very limber. That's funny as hell. Do you, when you get into it, do you ever feel like gin hinder your hustle?
Yes, bro. I mean,
I'm glad you answered that honestly.
Man, absolutely. But again, it's a choice. It's an active choice. Because as a husband, kind of bringing our conversation full circle, I think that our job isn't just to hustle. And I know for a fact, if I was not married and if I did not have kids, my life would be completely different. Every facet of my life, and I can't say in a good or bad way,
Yeah, I think they save us.
Yeah.
I think they definitely save us. I do feel like, okay, I see where sometimes many times, me having to step in and like do active dad, which is my pleasure. It's my absolute pleasure, but I recognize what's not getting done.
Yep.
Or me having to answer to emotions and feelings and spend certain time, which can be my pleasure as well. I can see, certain things aren't getting done. But also too, just financially, the needs that come with having family.
Man, bro. And the willingness to know you gotta sacrifice that too. So I know, like, bro, I appreciate everything about my family, right? On the contrary, if I were to do this all over again, and if I didn't have a family, I wouldn't be doing this. I would not be
doing it like this.
Nah, you know.
Oh, that's a different point. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you. There are times I could get so stressed, and I think to myself, man, if you just was a haircutting ass haircutter, you wouldn't have to worry about the other stuff. Editing and mixing product and ordering jars and you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Marketing. You just cut. Take pictures, post it. Cut as many people as you can, keep your lifestyle low. And have a good life, Get a truck, put rims on it. Work on the old school. And have a good life. But I am who I am. So I think it's inevitable. I'm always have been getting after what I'm getting after. So
and I think the biggest thing when we make these transitions is still making sure that you maintain who you are, and that's one thing Jen has allowed me to do.
Like, I see that on y'all though.
Man, this is what I'm doing. Let's find a way to make it work to where we can still be who we authentically are. So that has never changed. I never had to say, oh, because of my family or because of my wife, I can't do music or I can't do none of that.
If I can't be me, I don't know if any of us can have me.
You feel me?
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, I've learned to put things in the context or put them in perspective. You can't be everywhere all the time.
Me being me can't cost my family.
Yeah.
They will. I said this recently. It can't cost them their well-being, though. That's the only other thing. That's about just not being a sucker. Being,
And I can't let nothing. I'm not gonna sacrifice nothing for my family, right?
Yes.
That's the job. That's the extracurricular.
Yep.
None of that matters, bro. But I think systems are everything, though.
Absolutely. I think it's just hard. But I think for me, the system is how I'm gonna overcome self-sabotage. If I have that in place, I can, even when I'm not in the mood, even when I'm afraid of the progress, be it conscious or subconscious, I can still press forward. And feel better. That's the big thing. It don't even gotta work. I just need to feel better about myself initially. Are you doing what you're supposed to do? Yes. Okay, eventually it will work. Like sometimes with the show, it'll be like hella no views on YouTube, but I'll see where people are following. I'll see where people are like saving the content, reposting it on TikTok. And if it's one person, two people, whatever.
That's not why you're doing it though.
That's not why I'm doing it, but it reminds me like this is resonating with people. So you just keep going, up the quality, up the value of it, but just really the consistency is where it's at.
I think consistency, even with the noise, has been something I've been trying to focus on lately. Like even for you, like the noise of having to abruptly move and change shops. How do you be consistent and still say I want to live up to this and do these things when you have all of the noise? And I think for me, learning to live with the noise, because it's always gonna be there. Kid gonna get sick, stuff at the job, being present in whatever you're doing. What am I driving to? What am I really doing?
That's a big one right there. That throws me off of my game, and it have a lot to do with resolve. And I feel like I got high resolve and resilience, but man, I have a rough enough day, a stressful day.
Man, what?
Meal plan out the window. Chinese food.
Man,
Michelob.
And that compounds into something else.
It turns into something else, because you don't do that for one day. You do that for 2 days, because that Chinese food actually good.
Man, what?
So I'm gonna go get that again real quick.
Run it back real quick.
Monday I'm done. It's Wednesday. You be like, Monday, that's it.
Yes. And then Wednesday you go to the concert.
You go to the concert. Well, I've got to get the concert in, and then Thursday, I'm back to it.
But you recover from the concert.
Yeah, like you recovering. I need a little hair of the dog, man, to
and
get
then
it back off of me.
Friday and Saturday you booked, you know, and you're feeling accomplished because you just worked 12 hours.
Yep, but you're tired again.
Yep.
Monday now? I'm done.
Yep.
I'm finna get to it. I don't mind starting over. You hate the reason why you have to keep starting over. But I don't mind starting over, not super ashamed of it, because at least you're going.
Yep.
But like...
And that's all part of the process too.
But even when you think about fitness and all that, it's like, damn, my shit ain't never ready for the summer. It'd be cut up in November, dog. Like, man, I went too early.
Yeah. You peaked too soon.
Ain't never ready for the summer. Enough circumstances happen.
Yep.
Now you back out of there. Man, they drafted Shedeur.
Finally. Man, they be making mountains out of molehills. Like, bro, you gonna get drafted, bro. You know, and maybe you're not fitting. There's a lot of good young quarterbacks that they're locked in right now.
I think there's something they don't like, that teams don't like about it. I don't know if all of it is. And my first thought is like, oh, they're trying to put that young black man in his place, they're trying to humble him. But I don't know if all of it is just totally devoid of character reasoning. I don't think he has poor character.
Nope. I think some of that is there, you know.
Yeah.
But then some of these teams don't need quarterbacks, bro.
So a lot of these teams don't need quarterbacks, but the trouble is when the Steelers pass on you, and the Browns take Dylan Gabriel over you, who did less with a better team. So it's like, what is that about, you know? So yeah, it's something to it though. It felt like it had some personal, you know, touch to it.
No, for sure. But I mean,
he went. Now he just ball out.
And he's on perfect team to potentially get some play time that could show improve.
They got him, Joe Flacco, Deshaun.
Is Flacco still on the team, bro? Flacco like 50 years old.
He's 40.
Damn.
Straight 40 ball. He there.
And he starting quarterback. They got rid of Jameis.
Yeah. Jameis is gone. I'm sure they'll try to find a way to get.
Man, does he have a podcast? He needs to do something.
Yeah, he do, man.
Because that brother is a character.
He do. You be thinking you be recording and then you hit stop. Okay.
Man, that last reel you did was icy. Icy at bruh.
Oh yeah.
Man, that cut, boy.
Yeah. Well, we kind of nailing them right now.
Man,
though.
Bruh.
We nailing them.
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yes, sir. Oh yeah.
But also, after all that hunting, we found a look that's like, okay, this works.
This is it. Yep.
This works.
That's great. Nice and full. Yeah, we back. Hold me down. I try to get the turkey. You feel me?
Yeah, I want to go to Turkey. I want to get mine done.
I got it in Cancun. I pressed something.
They got it in Cancun now?
Bro, I don't know if I did something on the internet and they got my digital footprint now. So that's all that comes up.
The hair replacement in Cancun? Oh, that's too. Man, how much is that one?
I think like $1,500 or something.
Really?
Yep.
You gonna be in a cartel. That's a cartel recruitment and fishing. They fishing.
Yep.
That's funny as hell. Maybe 3 or 4.
Oh, word.
Something like that. What's tonight? What time is it?
Almost 3 o'clock.
I got like 1, 2, 3 more. I think, yeah. I hope not though, but I think so.
Ooh, what?
Yep.
I have to go apologize. This is J-Man. I'm backing out. Tripping right now.
Blew up the spot. That man came in there like Mr. Biggs.
Man, it got worse too. Jen's sister is they having a grand old time because it's not a club, right? And everybody
they feeling comfortable.
Uno, they doing all the things.
Yeah.
They behind the DJ booth.
Come on.
I said, you can't be behind the door. You can't let this man work, bro.
Come on in. What's up, John? Good to see you. Shit chair.
Appreciate it. Mind if I throw these somewhere?
Yeah, throw them anywhere.
Appreciate it. You ready on this one?
Yeah, you want to cut it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you cut it.
Thank you, brother.
Love you, man.
Yes,
Be good, bro.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you,
Yes,
kid.
sir.
All right, come on, let's get to it. I'm good, man.
Busy day?